Hi guys. So Mrs. Magera could not join me again. We just didn't have enough time. A lot of videos to make and not enough time, as they say. But today we're talking about the concept of manifest destiny. Okay, and the word manifest means clear or obvious. Okay, so just know that first. Manifest is clear or obvious, or something like, well, that's obvious, right? And then destiny. Hopefully you know what destiny is, but it's like your future or fate. So manifest destiny is basically this idea of a clear, obvious fate. And let's see what this is. What is this American ideal that they have of this clear and obvious fate or future that is definitely going to happen. It's the future. It's obvious that this part of the future is going to happen. And this is, and we're going to talk about a little bit about what manifest destiny is. But before we jump into what manifest destiny is, we have to talk about what the United States is during this period of time. So during this period of time, the United States is only over here on the East Coast. So you can see this is kind of the territory they own in 1916. They have this. They just bought the Louisiana territory from France, but they have not, and Napoleon, but they have not moved into any of the West Coast. The West Coast, you can't really see it, is off the screen right over here. There's a huge bunch of land. You see they don't have Texas, they don't have Florida. They're only about less than half the size they are today in land-wise, because they only have this small part. So the United States is only at the East Coast, and it was only with the Louisiana Purchase that Americans were beginning to move in westward, beginning to move into these territories that originally they had all been kind of stuck in this one area. So they're stuck on the East Coast. But then in 1619, is there a picture there? Yeah, there it is, okay. In 1816, John Mellish decided to draw a map of the United States stretched from the Pacific Ocean, from the Atlantic Ocean to the Pacific Ocean. So the question we're going to be looking at is, why did he decide to draw this map where the United States starts on this, on the East Coast here, right? The United States was only, oopsies, no, go far. The United States was only on the East Coast during this time. Yet he drew the map. Oh, I keep doing that, sorry guys. But he drew the map as if the United States was the whole entire kit and caboodle. So as if the United States controlled the whole area, the whole spot. This is John Mellish. And we're going to talk about how this relates to manifest destiny, this idea of a clear and obvious future. The United States started in this East Coast area, but that it was going to expand and eventually take over the whole nation. It was going to control it. I mean, the whole, this whole landmass. Even though during this time, this land was owned by like countries like Spain and Britain, the United States had this idea, this vision, if you will, of this clear and obvious future where they're going to expand all the way to the coast and they'd be a huge, sprawling nation. All right. And this is kind of what John Mellish is drawing the map like. And John Sullivan is going to be the one who coins this term, which means comes up with the term manifest destiny. And this is one of the most famous pictures of it. And you can probably tell why this picture of manifest destiny is so famous. You have this, you have these settlers, right? You can see they're all moving. The idea is that they're all moving west. I need to stop doing that. Where's the pen? The pen just went away for some reason. I don't know where my pen. Oh, there it is. So you can see all these settlers, right? They're in like wagons moving west. This person's running west with a dog. These people have guns and horses, and they're moving west. There's a train moving west in the background. There's some ships going west. Another train over here. A whole wagon trail over here, and these oxen and the stagecoach right here. And all these things are going that you can see in that same direction. The idea is that they're going west, right? They're moving in this direction. And it's kind of funny because you can actually see things leaving. You can see buffalo running away. You can see, I think this is a bear running away, a deer running away. These Americans move west. The idea is that they're clearing this out. They're making land. It's a clear and obvious destiny. And of course, you have this woman that's a little bit scantily clad at the top here. And this idea of like destiny, right? She's flying. She's some sort of angel or some sort of providence or something like that, that is going before them and kind of like, it's your destiny, you know, like you're expanding, right? This is what God or whatever wills it, that you guys will be moving west. So this idea of manifest destiny, once again, this clear and obvious future that and fate that these Americans have, that they're going to be able to take over this land all the way to the Pacific coast. They're going to keep growing and get huge. This map presents what is desirable. This is what Melch, the writer of the map, says, right? It's what's desirable. This map shows at a glance the whole extent of the U.S. territory from sea to sea, so what the United States will become. And it traces the probable expansion of human race from east to west. And remind you, there are already humans living out there. So by saying this, that they're this map shows expansion of human race. He's basically saying who doesn't count Native Americans, who doesn't count the Spanish, who doesn't count the British, who does count Americans. Americans are the only humans there are, basically, is what he's saying. So very racist. This idea of manifest destiny, but we'll be examining that more in the future. But this probable expansion of east to west is what he's talking about. And it leaves nothing but short. It adds beauty and symmetry to the map, right? It makes it all perfect. That we just have this idea of the United States from coast to coast. It makes so much sense. And so that brings us to the end of today. We are going to talk more about that tomorrow.